Hello everyone and welcome back. We are here today to continue our journey into merge shops, and I believe we're on around part 12 by now, so if you are new around here, please do hit that subscribe button and make sure you're leaving this video with a like. In the background, we're just at battleundere to kickstart things. Later on we will be looking at some nation maps as well, so there will be some Nulgath gear if you are in the market for that. I think there's also a couple Legion items we'll touch on as well, because I know the factions are quite high on people's lists. Anyway, as you can see, we are at Join Tower of Doom, which is one of our recent treasure hunts made this map relevant. Again, you got to get right to the top of the tower, find slug butter, but just in case you briefly walk past it, there is a merge shop here in case you do have some monster trophies that you'd like to turn in. Obviously, you may have a few of them just lying around in the bank, maybe in your inventory, so it's always worth checking out a shop just in case you've walked past it a few too many times. There's not anything in particular I'll be grabbing from it, but you never know, there may be something you fancy. During cruxshadows, this is the 2015 Mogloween event. It's tagged as Mogloween, so if you're a free player and this map is locked for you at the minute, that will be the reason why. As you can see, you can grab Evolved Pumpkin Lord class if you haven't already got that. The main reason we're here is actually because there is a Book of Lore badge you're able to get. It may even also be on the char page, to be fair to it, but here it is. It's the Kosef of Dreams, I think that's how you say it, and in here is just a few different damage boosting items you're able to get. They all look pretty much the same. We won't filter through them, but that badge is available to get if you haven't got it already. Mverse is our next map we're going to. Now this event feels like it only just came out, but it must already be around a couple years old, unless my memory is just really starting to fade. As you can see, a few items you can go through and get. Nothing AC tagged in here sadly, but there are some quirky little bits you can pick up. One of my favourite ones is Join a Shadowsong. So this is a Mythsong War map, and as you can see, there is loads of AC tag gear, and it is all musical. You can get yourself loads of guitars, kind of like rocker outfits. So that is something, if you haven't kitted yourself out of it before and you're in the market for a guitar, that is definitely a map to join along. Join Shadowblast. Many of you would have walked past here many a time when farming Void High Lord and various other items in game, but there are actually some merge shops here, would you believe, and they have got some nation items. I think there's Shadow Scythe and probably Legion as well to go with it. We have officially moved into the nation-y part of the video, and that joins us along to darkwar. So the darkwar merge, again, this one has got quite a few AC tagged items in it, a few animated bits as well. Not too sure if I'll personally be going back and getting some of these items. You may already have a couple from when the event actually came out. Again, I don't feel like this one was ages ago, but I could just be imagining things. That does seem to happen quite a lot. There's 3 different armors you would be able to pick up in here, and they are kind of elemental themed, which is quite nice because it's something slightly different to add in along with everything else. But you do get a really nice animated cape, which is by far my favourite thing in this shop, so that could be worth picking up. Commander Rand is located next door, and again, this one has Legion items for you to merge for. I think the Legion items personally look cooler. There is quite a nice looking katana type sword in there, so definitely one of the things that would be worth looking at. Again, animated armor, can't go wrong with that, and you have a few different helms to have a little look through. This is one of those shops where a couple of items you just think, yeah, okay, they're worth grabbing, but most of it you'll probably glance over. Down at the Pirates, you can speak to Barnaby, and Barnaby has got the Naval Top Hat Merge. So if you would like a nice little top hat to go with one of your sets, this is definitely something to go along and check out. I won't scroll through everything, just join the Pirates map and you can go have a little look of it yourself. Join darkcarnax is where you can find the Nightmare Carnax Merge. So whilst it has got some boosting items in here that have actually got quite high percentages attached to them, so if you haven't got anything like that, this could be worth coming along to. You do have to defeat the Nightmare Carnax, of course. Nightmare Carnax was by far not the easiest monster in game, but also it isn't quite on the level as Ultras. You just got to dodge the red zone a little bit and then obviously just do lots of damage. The hardest part of popping along to this map will probably be finding a group to help you in your adventure. We're just about to flick over to the capes now, and as I said earlier, you have got some really nice boosts that you're able to get on this particular item there. So that could be one of the things that if you're going to actually go through this shop is obviously what you're going to be looking to grab. Okay, join evilwarnul, another map you would have been along to many a time, but the Nulgath Diamond Shop does get updated quite a lot. Most recently was that Ebony Dragonblade of Nulgath, another one of those items that you really should be collecting. It's AC tagged, and it is kind of like an endgame farm in a way, or at least it's certainly something to go along and grab if you haven't got anything else to do in your spare time in the game currently. Lots of really nice armors in this particular shop. So again, the Oversoul Paladin, one of my particular favourites. I'm also quite a big fan of the Storm Knight armor we just went past. A wide variety of helms. I feel like I could probably say that in most of the shops. That is definitely one of the items that gets bunged in an awful lot in loads of different variant type. Whilst we are down at evilwarnul, it would be rude not to look in the favour shop next door, and as you can see, again, we've got a few little items you're able to pick up in here. Sadly, Sadly, you haven't really got anything AC tag, but you do have the Oblivion of Reventhius, which is one of those armors I do really quite like, and it's one of those that I've never actually gone along and grabbed, but it's definitely something that should be on my watch list. Next up, we'll be map hopping away from Nation, just very, very briefly, to touch on the Orb Hunt. So the Orb Hunt Merge, again, lots of AC tag gear in here. I've said this quite a lot throughout this video, but I'm certain this is a very recent map. Like I say, when you get a different event every week, things kind of get a little bit sandwiched in. I'd definitely say a couple of the armors could be worth picking up, and especially as it's not going to take up any of your storage space, they're always worth thinking about. Now, while we finish off scrolling through the last few items in here, we'll tell you which map we're going to next, and this one is Originul. So Originul is yet another Nation map, would you believe, or at least one with loads of Nation items that you're able to go along and grab. These ones feel slightly hollowborny to me. Obviously they're not directly, but it's just kind of the colour scheme they're using, if you know what kind of drift I'm going on here. I do really like the helms in this one. This is one of my favourite ones for helms. I just like quite simplistic hooded ones. I haven't worn one for a while, having said that, but it's definitely something we should think about. And lastly, we have the Owl Merge. In order to access this, you will need the Chaos Token from the quest I've just shown you on screen, and once that is in your inventory, you are able to load it up. So as you can see, you can literally dress up as an owl, or at least as like an owl type onesie, an owl worshipper, whatever we'd like to call it. However, folks, that is it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. If you're new, make sure you have hit that subscribe button, leave the video a like, and I'll see you all again for another one incredibly soon. So until then, have a lovely day.